Welcome to the Legal Advice in Paradise podcast, brought to you by www.legaladviceinparadise.com. Even in one of the most beautiful places in the world, life can be litigious. On this podcast, the best and brightest legal minds gather to help you navigate your way through every legal question you may face. This program will help you know your rights, know what steps to take, and help you find the best legal representation, all in simple, easy to understand terms. And now, here's your host, Justine Gronwald.
Aloha, Agents of Change. This is Justine with Legal Advice in Paradise again, and it's my honor and privilege to be sitting here today with Mr. Birney Bervar. And today he's going to be sharing with us an alternative for those of you who are listening and thinking, I don't think I can afford those billable rates, because in our previous episodes we did cover that the average billable rates for attorneys are in the neighborhood of $250 to $350. Is that about right?
And up. Over $400.
Yeah, and one of our attorneys used the word stratosphere. I'm not sure which attorney that was, but he or she said that the billable rates are going into the stratosphere. So what Bernie is going to talk about today is an alternative, so that, you know, if you ever need legal representation, it'll be within your reach. So before I start, I want Bernie to introduce himself and tell you a little bit about his law firm.
Thank you, Justine, and
You're
thank you for
welcome.
having me. My name is Birney Bervar. I'm an attorney here in Honolulu. I've been practicing law for just over 30 years, and I'm one of the founding partners of the law firm of Bervar and Jones in downtown Honolulu. And we've got 7 attorneys in our law firm. We've been in existence for just over 12 years, and we are the provider law firm for LegalShield here in the state of Hawaii. That LegalShield is a prepaid legal plan, which people buy a membership, and with that membership they get all sorts of benefits at no extra cost other than their membership fee, and we are the law firm that provides that legal service for them. And we've got just under 10,000 members here in Hawaii that we service. Yes.
Yeah. I know that years ago I heard about prepaid legal, and then it got changed to LegalShield, but it provides the same types of services.
Right. It's really the same company. Prepaid Legal Services was formed in 1972
That's a while
as
back.
a prepaid legal plan, and it's sold by salespeople. We, as the attorneys, don't sell it. There's a sales force that sells it, and the company itself sells it. And the plan grew in membership to about 1.5 million people across the United States.
Yeah, nationwide.
Nationwide. And in 2010, the company had been listed on the New York Stock Exchange as a publicly traded company, and the company was purchased by a private equity firm and went private. So a private equity firm out of New York City bought the company and has rebranded it as LegalShield. So what formerly was prepaid legal services is now LegalShield.
Okay. And we're going to cover today what exactly people get for this, and how does the membership work?
Well, people buy a membership for, it varies a little bit from state to state what it costs, but roughly about $25 a month. And with that membership, they get all sorts of benefits at no extra charge. First and foremost, what I always tell people I think is worth 10 times the monthly premium is unlimited telephone advice on any subject matter whatsoever.
Any subject matter?
Anything. I mean, preferably legal matters, but I've given parenting advice to people before.
Oh, that's cool.
But we've got, as I say, 7 lawyers here, and we spend a lot of time on the phone with our members answering questions. Unlimited telephone advice on any subject matter. They can call in, as many times a day as they want, every day, whatever it may be. and there's no time limit on that.
So you're saying for your law firm, there's actually 9 of you. There's you and your partner and 7 others?
No, 7, including my partner.
Okay.
And I. Yes.
So then, do the calls go to the main partners or just anyone? Is it fielded out to the person that specializes in that area, or how is it sorted out, in other words?
The way we've got it structured, my partner and I and one other lawyer handle most of the cases that go to court, go to trial. And so the telephone consultation, we've got 5 lawyers doing that full time.
Okay.
And what happens is somebody calls in on the telephone, and we have a customer service representative, takes their name, their membership number, and a little bit about what the problem is. And the call goes onto a computer screen, and our lawyers are on the computer, and they go through the call list, and they call the people back and hopefully solve their problem there. If it can't be solved there, there's additional legal services that are provided at no extra cost. We will write a letter at no extra cost, which is a huge benefit. If you're having trouble with a cell phone company, I hate to pick on the cell phone companies, but cell phone company or a particular merchant that you might have bought something from, landlord, neighbor, any of that stuff, we'll write a letter to them, and it comes on our legal letterhead saying, we are writing on behalf of this person regarding this problem, and that often gets some very good results.
Now, would the letter be in the realm of like a cease and desist type of thing, or just a warning to whoever?
It can be any type of letter like that.
Okay.
We've written letters demanding refunds, demanding payment, all sorts of
demand letter. I see.
all sorts of whatever subject matter it may be, the legal subject matter. But you get the unlimited telephone consultation. You get a letter written at no extra charge, and you get up to an hour of legal research at no extra charge. We get a document review, up to 15 pages of documents reviewed at no extra charge.
Wow.
Other benefits include you get a free simple will prepared, which, a will alone is going to cost you several $100s if you're going to go to an attorney. And then durable health care, power of attorney, those other documents, all prepared at no extra charge. And then other benefits include traffic violation defense. So if you get a traffic ticket, a moving violation, we will go to court for you on that and defend that at no extra charge.
So you actually do litigation and everything. It goes the whole spectrum.
We do. There are certain courtroom stuff, like I say, the traffic stuff is covered at no extra charge. If you get sued, a lawsuit against you, either a civil lawsuit for money or a criminal case arising out of the scope of your legal employment, you get so many hours of free trial time and free pretrial time at no extra charge. If you get audited by the IRS, you get so many hours of free assistance there. And then anything that is not covered as no extra charge, you get a discounted rate.
Wow.
So from the hourly rate of whatever attorney's representing you, it would be a 25% discount from the hourly rate. If it's a flat fee, our discounts are anywhere from 10 to 25% on the flat fees. So everything is covered. It may be covered at no extra charge. It may be covered at a discounted rate. So I think one of the great things, or several great things about the plan, I've been actually involved in it now since 1996, so that's 18 years.
Oh, that's a while.
So I've been practicing law for just over 30, so more than half of my career I've been a LegalShield lawyer. As I said, one of the great things about it is the unlimited legal consultation on the telephone. Another great thing is that everything is covered. For example, if you didn't have automobile insurance and you got into an accident today and you went out and got insurance tomorrow, it's not covered. Same thing with health insurance. If you got sick today and you went out and got health insurance tomorrow, it's not covered.
It's a pre-existing
condition. Now, if you have a legal problem today and you buy LegalShield tomorrow, we'll give you the unlimited telephone consultation on that matter. And if you have to go to court, we'll give you the discounted rate.
So in other words, what you're saying is, say, God forbid, I get into a situation tomorrow, but I don't have LegalShield. I can always sign up for LegalShield and I can bring the matter to you?
Absolutely.
That matter that happened prior to me getting LegalShield?
Absolutely, yes.
Wow, okay. And now,
Yeah.
is there like a statute, like, say something, you've had a situation, a legal situation, maybe a few weeks go by, maybe a month goes by, you don't have LegalShield. So then I found out about LegalShield, became a member. How's about something like that, that went back about a month or so ago?
Anything is covered. All right?
Okay.
And the only exclusions for pre-existing conditions are the traffic ticket defense.
Okay.
So if you get a
okay.
traffic ticket today and then join
There's a
LegalShield
timeline
tomorrow,
on that
then,
anyway.
then
Right,
that
right.
would be
You have
excluded.
to answer.
And the trial defense, where you get free trial hours and free pretrial hours, you have to be a member when that matter arises. But
Okay.
everything else, you are entitled to the benefits of a discounted rate.
Okay.
For example, you get a traffic ticket today, or you get sued today, and you join LegalShield tomorrow, you still get the discounted rate
Okay.
for representation, and you still get unlimited telephone advice.
So you still
on the matter
benefit
at no
any way
charge.
around, but the
Right.
earlier the better.
Right. I mean, one of the problems with, that lawyers will tell you is that people wait until a small problem has become a huge problem before they call a lawyer. And
Yeah.
part of that is because people are afraid to call a
They
lawyer
are.
because it's going to cost them money. It's going to cost them a lot of money. So they hope the problem will go away. They close their eyes.
Or they try and solve it themselves, and it's not the right way to do it.
And it just gets worse and worse until it gets so big that they feel it's worth it to call a lawyer.
Right.
Well, if you've got LegalShield, there's no barrier to that. You just pick up the phone and call us, and it doesn't cost you, and we can solve the problem before the small problem becomes a big problem. So, that's what our seasoned members have learned, that I should call them right away. I'll call
Exactly.
Bervar and Jones right away, and they'll
Right.
solve this problem for me before it becomes a big problem.
Now, you were saying that in Hawaii there's 10,000 members, and when you started working with LegalShield in 1990, what was it?
1996.
Now, how many members were in there at the time? Do you recall?
800.
So it's grown.
It's grown a lot.
A lot.
It's grown a lot, and we're looking
And-
forward for more growth.
And it's been word of mouth mainly?
It's
through the sales force that you're talking about?
Yes, it's been word of
Okay.
mouth, and most people, I've had people come up to me over the years and say, "What's this LegalShield?" And when I explain it to them what you get, they'll say, "That can't
It's
possibly
too good
be
to
true."
be true.
And I said, "That's what I said when I first heard about it."
And I think what comes to people's mind, they think, well, you get what you pay for. But it sounds like you get the whole spectrum of, legal representation that you would outside of the coverage.
You do,
Yeah.
and we're a quality law firm. As I said, I've been practicing law for 30 years. My partner Ward Jones has been practicing law for 34 years, almost 35 years. The average experience of the lawyers in our firm that you're going to be dealing with LegalShield is 20 years of experience.
That's
So
good.
you're not getting inexperienced people.
Okay.
Right
So we're
out
gonna get that myth and that stigma out of the way right now.
And our law firm is rated. There's a rating system for lawyers. Lawyers rate each other. It's called Martindale-Hubbell.
Right,
and
I've
our
seen that.
law firm is rated AV, which is the
Right,
highest
AV.
highest rating a law firm can get. So you really get quality representation. And the third big thing about LegalShield that I think is great is its nationwide representation.
Oh, so you can go anywhere
Nationwide coverage. You can be a Hawaii member here.
and go vacation and slip and fall.
You go to Vegas, slip and fall, or have a matter up there, and you call
Yeah.
us, and we've got a law firm
network.
in Las Vegas, a law firm in Nevada that can cover you, and you get all the benefits.
Yeah,
you
I
get
would think
free
any
legal
place
consultation.
that
Anything.
would be a place like that. No, I'm joking.
But no, we've got every state in the United States and several provinces in Canada,
Wow.
and they're all great law firms. I go to. My partner and I go to conferences several times a year to meet the other lawyers. We've been going for years now, and I've gotten to know them all personally, and they're all very, very good, experienced lawyers. So
Right, that's
you
great.
really get quality nationwide coverage.
Okay. So, prior to joining with LegalShield, how did you find out about it, and how did you become their go-to firm here in Hawaii? How did all that transpire?
Well,
Because you were on your own for
it was just
12
sort of
years.
it was just sort of a lucky break for me. I was I do criminal defense law myself, and I was sharing space with a law firm and doing my own practice, and they were talking about being the LegalShield law firm for Hawaii, the first one back in 1996. And they came to me and they said, would you help us do LegalShield, because we might have some criminal cases and nobody here does criminal. So I said, sure. And they told me how it worked, and I thought, this will never work.
Right.
But I did it for 6 years.
Wow.
And it did work, and I realized the value of this and the potential for LegalShield. And for various reasons, that firm decided not to continue with LegalShield at the time, and I said, well, I would like to do that. And I got together with my long-time friend, Ward Jones, and we approached LegalShield about building a law firm around LegalShield. In other words, LegalShield will be our client. It's not going to be just another client of a law firm. We are going to be a LegalShield law firm.
I see.
And LegalShield is really what we concentrate on.
As far as a marketing standpoint, then you let LegalShield do your marketing and they bring you the clients.
Exactly. We are, like
So it's a great complement to each other.
Right.
Yeah.
And we enjoy the LegalShield members. As I tell the LegalShield members, I realized when I first got out of law school that all my friends and family members, particularly family members, would call me for legal advice now that there was a lawyer in the family. And, I tell our LegalShield members, we like to think of our members as family. Because they can call us anytime for legal advice for free, just like you would a family member.
Yeah.
But so you don't have to have a lawyer in the family, you just have to have a
That's
LegalShield
good
membership.
I like that one. You
Yeah.
don't have to have a lawyer in the family. That's a good jingle. Where are you originally from?
Me, I'm originally from Washington State.
And what brought you to
Born
Hawaii?
and raised in Spokane. And
Spokane, Washington.
I had gone to law school on the East Coast. I was working as a deputy prosecutor up in the Seattle area in the 80s, and I got a job offer out here in Honolulu to be a federal assistant federal public defender, and I came out here in August of 1989, so 25 years ago, right about now, and I've been here ever since.
It went by.
Yeah.
Well, then you're probably grateful that you got here, because now you have LegalShield, and it sounds like a really good partnership.
Oh yeah, it's and we're looking forward to a great future with it. I mean, one of the LegalShield has not advertised very much, and I think if people know about it,
exactly,
as people say, it's a no-brainer. Particularly the small business. We have a small business plan.
Oh yeah. Because I think in my mind, we're addressing the individual, the general public. But because you brought up small business, what do you offer? Like writing contracts, setting up corporation LLCs and those type of things, the basics?
Right. The small business gets a whole package of benefits, one of which is collection letters right at the beginning of every month, people who owe them money. And we have people call us every first of the month, like yesterday. Okay, here's my 10 letters I want to go out.
It's a busy time of the month.
And they get the unlimited legal consultation. They get a whole package of benefits for small businesses up to 99 employees. And the small business people that I've told about the plan, they pay $99 a month.
Wow,
and they say
nothing compared
that's a no-brainer.
That is a no-brainer.
They say this is a no-brainer. $100 for unlimited legal advice for my business, whatever business it may be. And then another big area of growth is what we call group memberships, and that's where employers, regardless of the size, will offer the benefit to their employees, be it a payroll deduction, or just buying it for their employees as a benefit. And the benefit there is the employees, if they have it through their work as a payroll deduction, they get a reduced rate.
Wow.
But they get all the benefits. So we've got a number of companies in Hawaii.
That sounds like a new trend. I mean, I've never heard of that built into the whole, employment.
Well, just like you've got medical insurance. Now people have legal insurance.
Wow. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good to know.
So I think as people learn about it.
Yeah, is that trend growing as far as the employer offering this as a benefit?
Yes. It is. It's particularly growing in Hawaii here just in the last year or so.
Oh,
We had a
okay.
number of major businesses that are offering it to their employees.
And what's the benefit to the employer? Like it's a better package to attract clients, or employees, or have employee loyalty, or how does that?
Well, we've found through research, and the company's done some research, we found one of the biggest benefits to the employer for offering it to their employees is that their employees are more productive. There's less absenteeism because they're not taking time off to go find a lawyer or to go to
Wow.
court on a case, a traffic case, or to deal with issues that they could just call us and let us deal with.
So it funnels
So-
through the employer itself. Say, okay, so they're covering the employees, bringing LegalShield to their employees. And so say the employee has a situation, like you said, traffic or something. Will they go through the employer or
No,
just
they call
straight
us
to
directly.
What
What it'll
I see
be,
what you're saying.
either the employee or the employer offers it as a benefit where the employer pays for it, or the employer can just make it available to the employees as a payroll deduction, and they'll get a discounted price for the LegalShield. And the benefit to the employer is, instead of the employee saying, I got to take
Time
tomorrow
off.
off to go deal with this issue,
I
the,
see.
the employee can just pick up the phone and call us, and we'll deal with it from there.
Right, because it is time consuming hunting for an attorney.
Or even you're going to have to go sit down and meet one in
Consult.
person and pay them money to deal with the issue. Whereas you don't have to do that with us. You just pick up the phone and call us, and we'll deal with it. In
Wow.
fact, one of the former president of LegalShield, he got involved because he had a small business and he had an issue, and somebody sold him a LegalShield plan, and he said, all of a sudden I didn't have to take all this time off of work to go deal with it. All I had to do, I didn't even have to leave my store, and I could just call the lawyer, and they dealt with it, and it
That's
resolved
fantastic.
it. So he was sold on it from there. So that's the benefit to the employers, and we are seeing a lot of growth in that area.
So let me ask you this, because I interview the top attorneys in Hawaii. The ones that know about LegalShield, what are their feelings about it?
Well, we have a lot of lawyers who have asked to be on our referral list. And we have a list of referral attorneys because we're here in Honolulu, and
It's a small town.
we we sometimes will have to refer something out if we've got it could be a schedule conflict, or it's an area that we might not cover, some complicated patent or trademark area we might not cover, or if it's geographical. Right now we are when we have litigation cases on the outer islands, Maui, Kauai, the Big Island, we probably refer those out to an attorney on one of those islands. So we have a list of referral attorneys which we've handpicked and selected, and they have to meet certain criteria.
And one of them is Kevin O'Grady.
Kevin O'Grady is one of our
which
referral
is-
attorneys.
He's done 3 episodes on Legal Advice in Paradise, and I had no idea.
Yes.
But now
he's-
I know he's one of your referral clients,
Yeah.
Referral attorneys.
Yes.
That's
So
good.
yeah, so we have attorneys that ask if they can get referrals from us, and people ask us all the time, "How's it going? How's it going?" I said, "It's going good. It's going really well." So.
Because they're in their minds, I bet the other attorneys, they must be thinking the same as the general public. Yeah, right. This is too good to be true, right? You think they see it that way too, as well?
I think initially people see that. I mean, I had
Yeah.
a lot of lawyers say, "Does that really work? Is that really work?" I said, "It's working. Yeah, it's been working for us, for our law firm here for over 12 years."
That's a
And I
long
saw it
time.
working for 6 years before that. So, but that was my initial, when I first heard, I said, this can't possibly work.
Yeah.
But it works. You've got a
All right.
large group of people who pay a small premium, if you will, or a small
just like paying
membership
into,
fee.
it's like paying into insurance.
Right, a small membership fee every month, and then the people that need the service, we cover that. So,
Wow, it sounds like it takes a lot of the headaches out of choosing an attorney and then having easy access.
yeah, I think, and our members are satisfied with it. We get about 1% of the membership, I think, calls in a day. So roughly, at this point, probably 70 or 80 new matters coming in a day, and maybe 150, 200 phone calls a day. And every single one of those phone calls is returned today.
Fantastic.
So if somebody calls us in even at 5 minutes to 5, they get a phone call back that night. We don't let them go to sleep with a legal problem on their mind without having to talk to one of our lawyers. So
that sounds
we
great.
have pretty strict service criteria to make sure people get taken care of.
Well, that's fantastic, and I thank you so much for clearing all that up about this type of alternative to get legal representation. It sounds like a great, situation for most people out there, because they, there's 250 to, how much is it now, you think, goes up to, depending on what area of the law? It can go way sky high per hour.
Here in Honolulu, over $400 an hour is not unheard of. There's a segment of society who, they have a lot of money and they can pay whatever legal fees, it doesn't matter. And then there's a segment of society that, is covered by, the public defender or legal aid. And then there's the vast, majority of us
I think the vast majority is the vast majority of our listeners out there. And then, of course, this is in iTunes and YouTube, so it's going nationwide. So, I think we're reaching out to most people, the majority.
And what we're doing, it satisfies us as attorneys because we're really providing access to justice. The lawyers, the Supreme Court justices, they all talk about access to justice, access to justice. That I have a problem with some lawyers in town talking about access to justice while they're charging $700 an hour for their services. Well, we're really providing the access to justice. For $25 a month, you can talk to us as much as you want. Well, we're trying to level the playing field for everybody.
Great. Well, I thank you so much, Bernie.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for your time and sharing with us.
And
those of you who haven't already, you can subscribe to iTunes, Legal Advice in Paradise, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Or if you want to become an exclusive Agent of Change member, just call or text with your name and email to area code 808-670-3400 and never miss an episode, especially like one today. That was really valuable information.
Thank you.
All right. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next episode. And typically we shaka out, and then in the audio we say aloha and a hui ho.
Aloha and a hui ho.
All right. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Legal Advice in Paradise podcast. For more information, visit www.legaladviceinparadise.com.